So guys, I got my stuff. I'm actually walking back home. It feels wonderful out here. It's like 71 degrees. And I put my Mickey and my leggings on thinking. I put everything on thinking about the flight. It's going to be cold on there from what my friend said. And it's simply going to be cold today. And I know at the airport it's probably going to be a little rough. And yeah, the airport, I've been to the airport with my sister, right? This was when she was dating her husband, and they went to Miami together. And I'm gonna tell y'all what, when I say I cried, I cried my eyes out. Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that, right? The reason why I did that is because my heart was just sad. First off, with the journey of becoming a wife, that was her journey that she was on. She was becoming a wife, and I knew her boyfriend at the time was going to be her husband. They were spiritually connected in many ways. And hi, crow, you're such a cutie pie. There's lots of crows. That means either they're hungry or there's death around, or death to come. I'll show you guys them if they don't fly away from me. Look. You see them? See all of them? They're like little baby ones too. They're really pretty. Anyway. So yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. She's on her journey. So I expected and I understood that being a wife or being in that relationship, they were going to do things and all of that stuff. I just was not ready. Okay? She said they were going to Miami, we were supposed to do a Miami trip as girls. That didn't happen because they planned their trip. And of course, I didn't have my passport. So moving along, we get to the airport and I just had this terrible, terrible sadness. Like, I'm never going to see my sissy poo again. I'm never going to see my sissy poo, baby boo, wolfie poo, boo bear. That's what I call her, y'all. That's a long ass nickname, but that's what I call her. I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to see her again. So I was really sad. At the airport, I felt like we was Whoopi and her sister in The Color Purple. Like, I really could not I just couldn't fathom that my sister was getting on a plane and it was without me, and I couldn't be her like guardian and watch over her or whatever. And of course, I had to get over it because she was going. She paid for it. They paid for their trip together and they were going together. So I ain't had no choice. Now, watching her go through check-in and everything like that, I was really, 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 really upset. I was like, no. Like, I was thinking, like, if you could just stay a second, like, why do you guys have to board right now? But they had to do all of that stuff, and I didn't know nothing about it. But over time, I understood this is the part of travels, and this is just something a part of it. So that's what we had to do. We had to just pretty much part ways. My mom was there and my brother was there, and pretty much they went on their way. My mother had to call me, had to get me off of Tiffany, had to pull me, literally peel me off my sister, and then she took me to the casino right next door, and everything was all right. After that, everything was cool. I knew she was up in the friendly sky. She said she was gonna wave to me from the plane. I was like, I don't know, it's so many planes. I was such a gullible bear. Anyway, it was amazing. I was thankful, and she made it there safely and back with her hubby, and all was well in my life. Now years later, I'm traveling, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, am I ready? Am I ready? Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready. I'm ready. I'm packed. I'm ready. Side note, so here guys, I don't know if you see the wonderful pretty park, but let's see, can you guys see it? Let me see if I can zoom in. I don't think I can zoom in this way, but anyway, this park was one of the parks I grew up in playing in. Now, once upon a time, there was nothing but a little wooden jungle gym over there, right? And you see that long walkway or whatever? That wasn't there. They actually just did this park over earlier this summer before summer started. Now, the little jungle gym that I was on, I was like in 4th grade. My little 4th grade boyfriend, his name was James. He kissed me. That was my first kiss, guys. He kissed me on the jungle gym across at that park. And then the next day he moved. What a mess. Anyway, so yeah, I really like the park. But back to what I was saying about flying. I'm ready. I'm packed. I got my stuff. I'm going to go home with my mama and chill a little bit. Get our lives together. I'll take a nice shower. And I'm dressed to get on the plane. I'm in plane wear right now. And y'all know I love my green. So, could you guys believe I've had this shirt since 1997? My older cousin gave it to me. And back then it was a sheet on me. But I can fit it now. Isn't that bananas? So, yeah. Anyway. So I'm walking here, walking on the back streets to my house, and I'm just super ready to get the day going, and I'm just happy to be out and about, happy to be alive. And what are you looking at? Mind your business. Take your ass on. Excuse my language, guys. These people be ready to disrupt the video. These guys be ready to mac to somebody and disrupt all your shit, all in your video and stuff. So annoying. And guys, whoever's watching this and they have a problem with me cursing, please don't. Well, you can. I just don't. I won't acknowledge it simply because I'm a Christian. I'm a square sometimes, but I deal with the cussing spirit. That is just the way of my day. And most people cuss. They go to church and they still cuss. Now, I don't cuss like a sailor, depending on if I'm mad or not. But I do cuss. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I cuss, and sometimes it's really bad. But for those who are maybe offended, or who are my viewers, I apologize for the profanity. And once I get my software updated, I will bleep everything out. Most times, these videos are raw and unedited, and they go right from my phone to YouTube. So anyway. So, yeah, the reason why I went off on him, because he on his little bike or whatnot, his little 10-speed, and he all zigzagging, trying to get up on the sidewalk to mac to me. I'm recording the video. I'm minding my business. I didn't wave you down. Leave me alone. Anyway, I'm almost home. I'm hot. I'm passing the park where I usually go run track. And I'll tell you guys a funny story. This park is this very same park that I used to frequent, right? And I say frequent because back in the day when I was in college, my first 2 years of college, I used to take my notebook, my poetry book, come down here and write. I used to write, just write. And I met nice women. And I'm not talking about them 9 to 5 women. I'm talking about that 11 to 5 women, who roam the night. Those are the women I met. And they were super cool. So just think, a 19-year-old woman down there, sitting on the bench over there, chilling and macking. Ideally, I used to sneak out the house while my mom, she worked for the city. She would work the night shift. I would sneak out after she left while Tiffany, my sister, was asleep and my brother was doing whatever. He didn't care. He wasn't paying attention. He thought I was going downstairs and coming right back. That's what it is. Ideally, I wasn't. Okay. Ideally, I wasn't going out there downstairs and coming right back. I was going blocks away in the dead of night and writing my poetry, getting inspired. Like, I love the night. Let's just be real. I love the night. The night is my friend. I feel wonderful. I feel beautiful. I feel spirited at night. So I was there a couple of nights and these women came by. And, they had on night clothes like they was going out. Little did I know, they were night workers. And they were really nice. Like, what you writing about? They were talking all of that stuff or whatever. And I'm like, okay. I was a little nervous at first, but I always had my pepper spray. That's one thing my family always had, is a high supply of pepper spray. So, that's what I had. And I would talk to them, and I would read some of my poetry. I was shy, but when you don't know people, it's kind of like you're kind of able to open up and talk to people in ways you wouldn't have any other time. So I was able to open up and talk to the lady. Super nice peeps. And some of them look rough, but they live hard lives, you know. And the nightlife apparently wasn't friendly to them, you know. And I understood that. So some people just live the lives that they're given in a way, or that they choose. But they were wonderful women, and that was the park I used to sit on the bench, and they would come by. Now back in the day, you could be out there till like wee hours in the morning and be cool. But then, you know, one time I went to the park to work out, and I always put my ID in my sports bra when I work out, just in case. If I have nothing else, I have my ID. So if I ever get pulled over for whatever reason, I have my ID. The cop stopped me and gave me a summons. When I say I was stupid pissed mad, I was stupid pissed mad, okay? Because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm out here all the time, but you know, times have changed. I'm not always out there all the time, and I literally was walking around working out, but they was like, you know, the two guys, I could tell they was rookies, and because their sergeant was there, they had to give me the ticket, which pissed me even more off, because he started to write it, and then he got maybe one letter in on his little pad, and then he ripped it up. I said, can't you rip it up? And Lord knows, when he gave me that summons, I was like, am I going to jail? I was young. This was maybe 4 years ago. I was like, oh my God. Started crying when I walked out of it. I was so mad. But then the prostitute I saw, she booked it. When I say she ran the fuck out of there. The sergeant didn't even get out of his car. Then there was some drunk guy came over, who came walking around the park, cutting through the park to get to the other side. And with liquor in his hand, no ID on him, because they kept asking. He was like, you have ID? He kept asking them if they had ID. I'm like, this is some bullshit, yo. Like, why am I having to go to court over me being in the park after the dark? And mind you, the sign that they said was there, damn, I wish I would have took a picture of it back there. It's like a little square. It's like an 8x7 that says, leave the park after sunset. Really? And what was I supposed to see that? So it's like, yeah, really? Like, when was I supposed to see that damn sign? Like, who was supposed to see that sign? Who's gonna go searching through the park to see that sign? So that's how that went, y'all. So after that, I stopped going to that park. Yes, the end of story. But yeah, I'm almost home, guys. You've been good. You've been listening to another chit chatter with me. I just like to talk, and I don't know if you guys are watching or whoever's watching or not watching. I just like to share my life in little pieces with you guys. So peace and blessings. I'll write to you guys soon.